Greetings, y'all. Today's adventure brings me to Lafayette Square. I'm gonna walk around some and pick up something to drink, a little snack, visit a little fancy gas station, and see where this video will go. So, kind of take an opportunity to take in the scenes here while I walk toward the Cathedral Basilica of St. John's. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. It's mid-May here in Savannah and it's not even 80 degrees yet. And a beautiful, absolute beautiful Saturday afternoon. Horse and buggy coming through. Carriage ride, those are always fun. Like an absolute beautiful day today. The cathedral is actually doing a renovation on their basement to make it a kind of like a banquet hall. So this is pretty neat, something that was just announced. And also just recently, the cathedral is a cathedral basilica of St. John the Baptist. So this will be something really neat to see once completed. So walking back across the street from St. John's back into Lafayette Square. Go back through the square to get to our destination. Like I said, it's time for a drink and snack, but I'm not going to talk much just because it's so beautiful today. The Lafayette. Well, here's actually a sign over here we can go check out about Mary Musgrove. Always a fan of these plants here in the squares as well. Aren't those neat? So Lafayette Square has a lot of attractions around it. Andrew Lowe House Museum, right here across from the Mary Musgrove sign, kind of diagonal from St. John. Haven't checked out this museum yet, although I do think I've been on it in a ghost tour, so been to it at night, but haven't really checked it out during the day when it's open for the museum. So another thing on the to-do list of videos. So waiting to cross here to go to Fancy Parker's. The Cathedral Basilica of St. John the Baptist is on Abercorn Street, right when you pass Liberty. And Lafayette Square is right down there. So just wanted to point that out, this intersection here, if you're looking for St. John's. So coming up here on Parker's Market, it is known as Fancy Parker's in town, which is a pretty cool store. Fancy Parker's. Although mask restrictions have been kind of lifted. I'm gonna throw my mask on here before going in. sourcing me a drink. Got to get the Fancy Parker's cup. The half unsweet and half sweet is the magic formula. Fancy Parker's. So a ton of snacks here at Fancy Parker's. Down from cookies to chocolate. Check out this cake over here. All sorts of cake. Even local Savannah bee honey. And all your good party favors there as well. But at wine section 2, I've got my tea and a brownie. So let's check out and probably go back to Lafayette Square. I'm gonna take a little detour coming out of Fancy Parker's. Try to find a different square we can show off here, but this is Drayton Street. A little further down this way is McDonald's across the street and the Savannah Theater. Actually went to a wedding there and it was pretty nice. Just a beautiful day out in town. Square is actually a little busy. So right over here is Fire Street Food, which is an amazing restaurant. Sushi, teriyaki entrees, burgers, sandwiches, you name it. I've been there several times and always a good meal and experience. If you're having to go, ask for Rose. But this was Chippewa Square. A little busy in there today. Gallery Espresso, great place for coffee, tea and treats, but I'm sticking with my Fancy Parker's. Let's go find a place to sit. So making our way back to Lafayette Square. A little busy over in Chippewa, so we'll save that for another day. Something always draws me back to the cathedral. Mass is starting soon, or I would go inside and show you the inside. Just a beautiful cathedral here in Savannah and a must-see. Oh, found another one of these plaques. Makes my job a little easier. It's hard to memorize all the history here in town. Came to the cathedral in 1850, and a fire in 1898 destroyed much of the structure and quickly rebuilt and opened again in 1900. And mass times if you were interested. But one of my favorite things to do is just come and visit. Especially on a beautiful day just like this. And back over here is where I started, where I discussed the renovations of the cathedral basement. Back over here in the square, I want to show you something where actually it's rumored Walt Disney got his inspiration for the Haunted Mansion. The one in Disneyland, to be exact. Again, just kind of letting y'all hear the sights and sounds of Savannah instead of me. Another thing that is very popular is getting married in Savannah. Even I was married in Savannah at the Davenport house.
It makes it so tender.
This is actually an excellent photo shoot here with the trolley tour and where Walt Disney apparently got his inspiration for the Haunted Mansion. And it's this building right here. Can you see it? Can you see some Haunted Mansion-ish inspiration? I think I see it. Well, I don't want to interrupt this wedding or photo shoot over here, so let's try to go find a place to eat this brownie. Oh, another little plaque here. Even myself, I find these Flannery O'Connor childhood home is right here as well. So you could actually probably spend an entire day on this square checking out the attractions, from the cathedral to the coffee shops to the inns and even the Flannery O'Connor childhood home. So I came down to Calhoun Square, which is down the street from the cathedral. A little quieter in this square. So I'm gonna find a bench and finally eat this brownie that I bought. But again, the squares have these really cool plants, almost like little lily pads, that I absolutely love. Plenty of little seating over here, and you can kind of tell the difference between a square that has a lot of attractions around it to a square that just has homes around it. And one of the most popular homes on this square is 432 Abercorn, which could probably be a whole nother video I could do. But this is a home that's just restored, and it's actually plenty of trolley stop, ghost tours. There's a lot of ghost information about that home. But you can see Calhoun Square is a little quieter, where I can actually consume my tea and my snack. I think I'm actually going to go to this bench right over here. Just the beautiful scenery of these squares and the sights and the things to do are just endless. So got me a tea, got me a brownie from Fancy Parker's. Gonna eat those. But today I kind of just wanted to get out of town and get off the islands and kind of show some of the squares and some of the popular places around some of the squares. Now granted, there's a lot more to do down on River Street, Bay Street, and Broad Street, but kind of just wanted to walk around and take you on a little adventure with me to go get something to eat and see some sights. So again, please like, share, comment, leave feedback. Getting back into this, so hope you enjoy. I forgot to show myself in this video, but this brownie is delicious. So Fancy Parker's for the win.